Call the meeting to order. Roll call vote, please.
Alderman Persick.
Here.
Alderman Kirby Hall.
Here.
Alderman Van Dyne.
Here.
Alderman Evans.
Here.
Alderman Kerwin.
Here.
Alderman Larry Hall.
Here.
6 present, 2 absent. You have a quorum.
Thank you. I declare the regular meeting of the Wilmington City Council on August 5th, 2014 is now in session. Council, you have the approval of minutes of July 15th before you.
Mr. Mayor, I make a motion to accept the minutes for July 15, 2014 as written.
A motion by Alderman Larry Hall. Do we have a second? Second. Second by Alderman Kerwin. Any discussion? Roll call vote, please.
Alderman Larry Hall.
Yes.
Alderman Kerwin.
Yes.
Alderman Persick.
Yes.
Alderman Kirby Hall.
Yes.
Alderman Van Dyne.
Yes.
Alderman Evans.
Yes.
6 yes, 2 absent. Motion passes.
Mayor's report, just a few things to report. Catfish Days, last weekend, 2 weekends ago, please, like it was yesterday, was successful again. The weather held off, we had great crowds. I believe a good time was had by all, even though nobody found the High Dollar Chamber medallion. I've seen that in paper, I can't believe how easy it could have been. Imagine the feet that walked over that thing. That's kind of amazing, but I mean, everybody has fun, especially with that and everything else. So it's another successful event, and I can't thank enough all the volunteers and people from the committee as well as nonprofit groups that helped to make this year successful. Once again, year 16 is down. We'll work on 17 next year. Also, this weekend's the Party in the Park, the Wilmington Park District. What time does it start? 11 o'clock it starts. I think it goes till 3 in the afternoon. A lot of things going on down there, so if you have an opportunity, make sure you go down there.
Everything's free.
Everything's free. Of course, they may ask you to help, so be prepared. Also, one other thing to report, tentatively, which I'm pretty sure is pretty close, to August 18th, there will be beginning road construction on Route 102 in town, which will be possibly a 2 to 3 week long project. A lot of stuff's being done. They're going to be resurfacing the road, doing some curb repairs as well as sidewalk repairs and stuff like that from Route 53 to Oak Street. So we have some traffic blacked up, so I'm sure there, but just to keep everybody prepared. The road is in desperate need of work anyway, so it'll be good to see that get done by now. All right, next thing I have is citizens' comments. Do we have any citizens' comments?
I just have a couple of updates on the coalition. Today we had our health fair at the Park District. We gave out school supplies and we had doctor and dental exams. And thank you, Alderman Kerwin, for your helping out today. It was appreciated. Tomorrow from 10 to 4 at the First Christian Church is Team Building Day. Sergeant Starks will be there with the National Guard. We're going to have lunch, a movie, and a discussion for the kids to talk about. These are the new YCAT shirts, and I'm very honored to announce that the YCATs were named Community Action Team of the Year for the state of Illinois. And there will be a press release and pictures coming out.
Cool. Very good. All right. Any other comments? Planning and Zoning Commission. Next regularly scheduled meeting is scheduled for Thursday, August 14th, 2014, at 6 o'clock p.m. Committee reports, building grounds, parks, health and safety, Alderman Persick, Alderman Joe Van Dyne.
Mr. Mayor, I had a request by a resident to try to investigate this emerald ash borer. So I would like to ask to maybe put that discussion on the agenda for next week's committee meeting, Building Grounds Safety Committee meeting.
No problem. I think we can do that. We'll see if I can't get staff maybe looking at arborists to have a sure handle this stuff on the board. What the protocol is with that and how these things are handled, and try to get that info too for second committee meeting. So,
Thank you. The next scheduled meeting is Wednesday, August 13th, 2014 at 6 p.m.
Water, Sewer, Streets, and Alleys Committee, Alderman Kerwin.
Mr. Mayor, I move to approve the HR Green Professional Service Agreement for the Traffic Impact Study for an intersection at River Road and North Kankakee Street.
I have a motion by Alderman Kerwin. Do we have a second? Second by Alderman Evans. Any discussion?
I have a question. If we decide to close this road, we will recoup that money by Metro?
Well, the way it stands is in regards to this, I guess it's not new news. UP has had a desire to close that intersection for many years. And personally, from my stance, you know, and what had happened in past councils was the city never supported the closing of the Kankakee River Drive intersection unless there was road improvements done to Kankakee Street and River Road, and the form of traffic lights and left turn lanes and stuff like that. Because once you close that Kankakee River Drive intersection, most of the traffic that comes that way pushes to the north. They use that intersection because of the light and it's safer and everything to get into their respective communities. So the push was to have that up north. And it's discussions with the high-speed rails, more or less with the Illinois high-speed rail, IDOT, and all that stuff with regards to the closing. We told them that they had to do improvements to that intersection. Our initial estimates were close to around $1 million for that type of improvement to be done before we support any action of closing Kankakee River Drive at all. That had to be in place first. I think right now the ICC and one other group has offered about maybe $470,000 total in that project, which is probably not nearly enough. So it's basically necessary for us to get they're looking for what is the actual cost. So that's why we're, got hired services of HR Green to actually do a formal impact study on that area, what the costs related to the improvements, what's the traffic counts and stuff like that to get that done. So this is just kind of like first phase of that, to get those studies done, so we can have, I guess, more teeth to when we go to them and say, this is what it's going to cost to make that improvement for you to be able to close that intersection. And there's also safety issues related to it in regards to cold storage and, those type of industrial communities, access to for the fire departments and all that stuff. It's not any type of saying, okay, we're okay with closing that until, we're not, until the studies are done. So.
We're talking about the intersection on New River Road.
Correct. North
Right
River
at
Road, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
right at the curve.
Right where Kankakee Street hits North River Road. Because what tends to happen, like I said, if you ever come that way and you want to turn left on Kankakee Street, it's very dangerous. And we feel that by closing that intersection, closing Kankakee River Drive, you're going to push much more traffic to the north. And it becomes a real huge safety issue. So before anything's even done, before anything's even considered about, because when we talked about closing Kankakee River Drive, it was probably about 7 years ago. A lot of the residents in there really didn't get excited about it. And we made it known then that we didn't support any type of closing of that street until stuff was done or any type of improvements were actually done on Kankakee Street to allow those people access to the community as safely as possible with street lights and everything else.
And they're
Confirming, they're going to confirm.
Yeah, it's part of the whole package. They would, our concern is the health and safety of people until that can be addressed. That intersection being done, and I don't see any way how we can even remotely consider supporting any closing of Kankakee River Drive until that intersection is done. But we have to have documentation. We have to have all these things that are necessary to show the ICC and show IDOT what the costs related are towards it, because we shouldn't have to pay anything for it either. If we want to close an intersection, it's not us that are wanting to close it, it's them, so they should be the ones responsible parties to pay for that.
Well, that was my next question.
Absolutely.
How come they're not jumping in there to help with that 11,000?
We're not going to. It basically falls on us to provide the proof of what the dangers are, what the factors are, and stuff like that. So we've had this in the budget for this year. It's nothing new. Something that was in there that we anticipated. I think I don't know if it was the last water and sewer meeting or the one before that when this discussion came through.
Yeah, we've talked about it quite
Right.
a lot.
So So if you look through the agreement with HR Green, it's very detailed on what they're gonna be looking at, as far as traffic studies and stuff like that. It's just one small portion of the whole process. If it gets any greater, gets any more detail and any more, desire from the ICC and IDOT, then that's when we have to push back and say, listen, if you want us to do this, you know, we can't.
Then we can go.
Exactly.
Okay.
Well done.
Did you
All
do?
right. Any other discussion? Thanks.
Nope. That's it.
All right, roll call vote, please.
Alderman Kerwin.
Yes.
Alderman Evans.
Yes.
Alderman Persick.
Yes.
Alderman Larry Hall.
Yes.
Alderman Kirby Hall.
Yes.
Alderman Van Dyne.
Yes.
6 yes, 2 absent, motion passes.
Mr. Mayor, the next scheduled meeting is Wednesday, August 13th at 5:30 p.m.
Police and Ethics Committee, both co-chairs are unavailable tonight, but their next meeting is scheduled for Tuesday, August 12th, 2014 at 5:30 p.m. Finance, Administration, and Land Acquisition, co-chairs aren't here, but Kirby, can you grab that? And I'll make a motion regarding the accounts payable.
Mr. Mayor, I move to approve the accounts payable report dated August 5th, 2014, in the amount of $313,216.88.
Motion by Alderman Kirby Hall, do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Alderman Kerwin, any discussion? Roll call vote, please.
Alderman Kirby Hall.
Yes.
Alderman Kerwin.
Yes.
Alderman Persick.
Yes.
Alderman Larry Hall.
Yes.
Alderman Van Dyne.
Yes.
Alderman Evans.
Yes.
6 yes, 2 absent, motion passes.
Their next scheduled meeting is scheduled for Tuesday, August 19th, 2014, at 6 o'clock p.m. Ordinance and License Committee, Alderman Kirby Hall and Alderman Evans.
Yes, Mr. Mayor, the next scheduled meeting is Tuesday, August 12th, 2014, at 6 o'clock p.m.
Personnel collective bargaining, Alderman Hall, Alderman Persick, yes, we have executive session.
Oh, we do?
See, I told you no. Nothing at this time.
Thanks there, Alderman Hall. City Administrator report, no city administrator is in school tonight, so he's not here, so we'll move right along. The attorney's report, Mr. Irvin.
Thank you. Since the last meeting, I had spoken with the city administrator in regards to trying to stop any further deterioration along Taylor Road and what we could do about that. And also met with the city administrator and Chuck Kesel in regards to a number of other properties in the city that need some administrative or legal attention. So we should be hearing more about that in a few weeks to come. Looks like my report.
Thank you. All right, executive session, scratch number 3 in regards to the executive minutes. We're going to push that back to the next meeting. So just be personnel and land act.
Okay. I make a motion, Mr. Mayor, at 7:12 to go into executive session for personnel and land acquisition.
All right, motion by Alderman Larry Hall, we have a second.
Second.
Second by Alderman Kerwin. Roll call vote, please.
Alderman Larry Hall.
Yes.
Alderman Kerwin.
Yes.
Alderman Persick.
Yes.
Alderman Kirby Hall.
Yes.
Alderman Van Dyne.
Yes.
Alderman Evans.
Yes.
6 yes, 2 absent, motion passes.
All right, we get a motion to come out of executive session.
I make a motion to come out of executive session at 7:53.
Motion by Alderman Larry Hall, do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Alderman Kirby Hall.
I did that.
Roll call.
Hang on, I was changing the battery. I'm sorry. Who seconded?
Kirby Hall.
Kirby, thank you very much. Alderman Larry Hall.
Yes.
Alderman Kirby Hall.
Yes.
Alderman Persick.
Yes.
Alderman Kerwin.
Yes.
Alderman Van Dyne.
Yes.
Alderman Evans.
Yes.
6 yes, 2 absent, motion passes.
Just a few things in regards to executive session tonight. Tonight I have accepted the resignation and retirement of Chief Darren Platts, as far as the Wilmington Police Department. As we all know, Darren has been committed to the city of Wilmington for 28 years, Darren? 27 and a half. Oh, okay, 27 and a half. And in that time period, Darren's even as police chief in the past 5 years, has done a tremendous amount for the city of Wilmington. Not only dealing with police department in some of the probably roughest economic times we've had, having to make serious budget cuts to the police department that, as far as like dispatch and everything else, and trying to make sure that he kept his police department under budget or within budget every year. We've done an exceptional job with that, as well as working towards the creation or the building of a new police department, which is across the street, which we hope to be done relatively soon. I've known Darren for a great many years, and it's always tough to see somebody go, but I think as we all go throughout our careers, we look forward to the day we can retire. So that time's come for you, Chief, and again, we thank you for your service. I know you're going to be on board, just so everybody knows, he will remain as police chief until tentatively we got is September 13th of next month. And also before the council tonight, we have the retirement agreement for Darren, that if somebody's got the motion on that, we can move forward with that.
Okay, Mr. Mayor, I move to approve the written retirement agreement with Darren Plotz effective the 13th day of September 2014.
A motion by Alderman Percy, do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Alderman Larry Hall. Any discussion? Roll call vote, please.
Alderman Persick.
Yes.
Alderman Larry Hall.
Yes.
Alderman Kerwin.
Yes.
Alderman Van Dyne.
Yes.
Alderman Kirby Hall.
Yes.
Alderman Evans.
Yes.
6 yes, 2 absent, motion passes.
In essence, to make sure that we have a smooth transition in regards to our police department, we have myself as well as Alderman Studer and Alderman Tudor, who are not here tonight, conducted interviews with some of the people who would ask our city administrator to kind of help us in finding those interested in becoming police chiefs for the city of Wilmington. And through our interview process, the one person that stood out above all others was Mr. Philip Arnold. Mr. Philip Arnold is here tonight. I will be making his appointment tonight as police chief, effective tentatively September 14th. It could be sooner as we go through this whole transition phase, and also pending any background and medical checks that have to be done. So, Philip, I'd like to welcome you to the council tonight, and also welcome you to the city of Wilmington. But before I do that formally, I have to make sure the council is okay with that as well. So if somebody's got a motion for his appointment.
Yes, Mr. Mayor, I move to approve the appointment of Phil Arnold as police chief of the city of Wilmington, effective September 14, 2014, and subject to passing background checks and physical tests.
Motion by Alderman Kerwin, do we have a second?
I second.
Second by Alderman Larry Hall. Any discussion? Discussion before, just Philip, but now I'd like to, once they vote, welcome you, but we do have, working on an employment agreement as well for Mr. Arnold, just a few small things, and we'll have that employment agreement ready for you guys for the next council meeting. So can I get a roll call vote, please?
Alderman Kerwin.
Yes.
Alderman Larry Hall.
Yes.
Alderman Evans.
Yes.
Alderman Van Dyne.
Yes.
Alderman Kirby Hall.
Yes.
Alderman Persick.
Yes.
6 yes, 2 absent, motion passes.
That's all I have. Mr. Platts will probably be requested at the next council meeting as well, so we can formally do your retirement. I'll be kind of fast going, so we'll get there with you there. And Phil, welcome aboard. I'm sure you'll do just fine. Thank you. All right. Our next regular city council meeting is scheduled for Tuesday, August 19th, 2014 at 7 o'clock p.m. Motion to adjourn.
Yes, motion.
Second.
Here.
Favor?
Aye.
We're adjourned.